Have you ever asked for something and didn't think you'd really get it, but ended up getting it and it just surprised the heck out of you? So, this is a story about a little hike I went on and just what I actually found at the end of this hike. A buddy of mine this last December asked me if I've ever gone out in the wilderness like Jesus has, and which the Bible says Jesus did it often to spend time with the Father. So he asked me, "Have you ever done that?" And I said, "No, I've never gone out and done that." So made the decision to do that. For about 3 weeks, it was like the first week of December. I'm just praying about, okay, Lord, where do you want me to go? And I just felt him to say Mission Ridge. So it was January 2nd, and went up to Mission Ridge and went snowshoeing up to the lakes up there. And I brought, I brought a blowtorch. I'm like, I'm gonna have a fire while I'm up, just worshiping and praying and just being still before the Lord. I brought my lawn chair and just some food. And as soon as I get up to Mission, I'm thinking, what am I thinking? Like, there's like 30 inches of snow up here. I'm not gonna have a fire. But as I get out of the truck, I'm like, okay, Lord, you brought me up here. I would just love it if you just lead me to a spot where there's some firewood where I can just have an awesome fire. So I start heading up towards the lakes, and I get to the top. You want me to go right or left? Where should I go? And I just felt the Lord say, go to the right. So I go to the right, and I'm walking along one of the little lakes that's up there, and I just felt the Lord say, get off the trail and go to the right. So I go to the right, and I kind of come over the top of this little knoll, and right on the other side, and I probably come down maybe 30 feet or so, and I just felt the Lord say, here. Down, I'm looking around, and it looks like there's a fair amount of like dead wood and branches on the trees, but it's all small. And I'm thinking, man, I'm just going to be spending more time breaking branches and throwing them on the fire to stay warm. But then I see it. There was this kind of silhouette in the snow, and it looked like a big cut piece of like a round, like 4 feet wide or 4 feet long by about 2 to 3 feet wide. I'm thinking, that might be a piece of fire, but I'm thinking, well, maybe it's cut this last year, so it's probably green. I go to pick it up, and it's incredibly light, and I'm like, wow, I think this thing's dry enough to burn. And then I look around me, and there's 12 rounds ready to burn, and I'm just like, Lord, thank you so much. And literally, these things are dry, and I just heap them up, and I have this huge bonfire. It just gets warm, and man, it was the coolest experience to pray for just firewood. And literally, the Lord leads me to a spot that has dried, very large rounds of firewood ready to go, and I just lit those babies on fire and had just an awesome time being still and worshiping the Lord and praying. And I just want to encourage you that if you haven't asked for a gift from the Lord, ask, because He definitely provides.